जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचशिला भक्ति दयिता माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तत्र सचशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंदा भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गौ गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंदा श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम व्रता की जय। जय व्रत पालनकारी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरु श्री जुता पदकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol 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 Hari Bol. We are observing Purushottam Vrata. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote article about the glories of Purushottam month based on Naradiya Puran. Yesterday we heard about food items, and I told repeatedly there are three types of devotees who observe Purushottam Vrata. That will be explained at the end of chapter or this article. That is Svanishta, those who are within Varna Ashram Dharma following, but they also do service of Krishna. Then Parinishtita, those who have taken shelter of bona fide Guru in 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, and they are following in a regulated manner this by Vaidhi Bhakti, according to Guru's instruction. They are Parinishtita, they are less in number. And Nirapeksha, those who have already attained one-pointed devotion and are in Raga Marg, they also observe, but in a different way. So about this, what Valmiki Muni is saying, that is for Svanishta, and that is also, that was in Dwapar Yuga, this was happening, this Pandavas, Draupadi, all this. So how much is practical for now under the guidance of bona fide Guru we have to do, like for example, like for Kartik. So we heard about so after rising early in the morning and completing all pre-noon activities, one must follow all these regulations by remembering Shri Krishna with devotion within one's heart. A vrata is of 3 types: upavas, nakta, and eating once. Here our Bharati Maharaj explained, Upavas means to abstain from eating. If you have sustained only on milk or water, it is considered that you have not eaten. Then Nakta means to have only Havishyana at night and nothing during the day. Eating Havishyana is considered equivalent to fasting. Havishyana means that khichuri with all those items which were mentioned. Then eating once means either in the afternoon or evening, whatever one has decided as one's vow, one should conduct oneself during the Vrata accordingly. That is for Svanishtas. But devotees, they take only Krishna's prasad. That is their diet. Because later it will be said that they have conquered their mind or intelligence by direct devotional service, not by different types of fastings. The devotees' austerity or fasting, or that means they are only taking Krishna's prasad. Like eating Havishyana, that is sattvic and good like fasting, but prasad is nirguna, that is devotional, transcendental. In Purushottam Mass, one should listen to Srimad Bhagavatam with devotion. Devotees should worship Shaligram Shila. This Vrata is more glorious than 100 fire sacrifices, because by performing 100 fire sacrifices, one attains heavenly planets. Shalagram Shila, of course, that can be worshipped only by Brahmins, those who have taken initiation, Diksha. Those who are Brahmins, they can worship Shaligram Shila, not everyone. And Shalagram Shila is not so easy to worship. So many rules and regulations, and also there is consideration of aparat. So our Gurudev generally did not allow Shalagram worship just to anyone. But our deities are Gauranga and Radha Krishna, and if you are unable to fully serve them, then you can serve their photo or portrait how much as you can. But here Valmiki Muni is saying that those who are Dikshit, they can worship Shalagram Shila. So here if you do 100 these horse sacrifices, then you can become Indra in heaven. But worshipping Shalagram, you will go to Vaikuntha. However, all the holy places of pilgrimage and all demigods reside in the body of one who observes this Purushottam Vrata. One should consider it one's duty to offer deep dan, that is, offering of a lamb, for the pleasure of Purushottam Shri Krishna in this month. If wealthy and eligible, one should offer pure ghee lamps. O Manigriva, where will you obtain ghee or sesame oil while in exile in the forest? Hence you can offer deep dan using inguli oil. That is because Valmiki was telling to that in the forest. So this also we have to take into consideration. As I told, some things are descriptive, some things are prescriptive. In Shastras you will find many things, but then it should be applied according to time, place, circumstance and instruction of Guru. So here inguli means one fruit of the flower of the mahua plant. So from that you can make oil. If you grind it, then that is also can be used for lamp. Then in that Purana it is written that Ashtanga Yoga, Brahma Gyan, Sankhya Gyan and all tantric practices cannot equal even a 16th part of the glory of offering of lamps in Purushottam month to Supreme Lord. So Ashtanga Yoga for realizing Paramatma, Brahma Gyan for realizing Brahma Jyoti, Sankhya about these material elements, and all tantric practices. They cannot equal even a 16th part of the glory of offering of lamps in Purushottam month. Valmiki said, O king, from the 14th day, Chaturdashi of Krishna Paksha means dark fortnight, or Navami or Ashtami Tithi, this Vrata can be ended. One should invite a pure devotee Brahmana with one pointed absorption to observe the following procedure. That is at the end of Vrata, what those who are Swanishtas, what they have to do. One should, by using 5 kinds of grains, create a very beautiful sitting place for the Lord. One should place 4 new pots in the 4 directions of the mandala or circle, and with priti kamana means desire for Krishna prema, place a bell fruit, that is wood apple. In India you can only find. So how in West people they can do, that fruit is available only in India. So how you can do? So we have to take time, place, circumstance into consideration, and articles availability. So the principle Guru will prescribe. So place a bale fruit upon each of them to establish Lord Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha in each pot by adorning them with a fresh cloth and placing betel leaves. Betel also how you will get here. You cannot find. One should then establish Sri Radha Madhava along with a pot. One should invoke Veda, Vedanga, Parangata, Vaishnava Charyas, those who are adept in the Vedas. By chanting the names of Chatur Bhuja, here I think it is Chatur Vyuha, because they are mentioned, Vasudev, Shankarshan, Pradyumna and Aniruddha, 4 lamps should be lit in 4 directions. Then, along with your wife, offer Argya with faith and devotion by chanting following mantra. Deva Deva Namastubhyam Purana Purushottama Grihanardhyam Maya Datam Radaya Sohita Hare. Means, He Deva, I offer my obeisances unto you. You are Purana Purushottama. Accompanied by Sri Radha, please accept my offerings of Argya. Here it is not written what is Argya. Some articles. Then Namaskar mantra means to bow down. Pranam mantra. Bande Navaghana Shyamam Dvibhujam Muralidharam Pitambara Dharam Devam Saradam Purushottamam. Means, O Lord Purushottam, whose complexion is that of a fresh rain cloud, whose two-armed forearm is holding a flute, who is dressed in yellow garments, who is accompanied by Sri Radha, my obeisances unto you. Then afterwards offer sesame in the fire sacrifice, that is Tirhoma, and offer arati. Nirajayami devesha mandivara dalachavim radhika ramana premna koti kandarpa sundaram. This means you are Radhika Raman and you are beautiful like millions of cupids. So here it is mentioned fire sacrifice, but I did not see in our mat anyone doing fire sacrifice, because that is for Swanishtas and those for Brahmins and that. But we are doing Sankirtan Yagya, chanting. Of course, on the last, means next day after completing Purushottam Vrata, you will serve Vaishnavas with good prasad. I think that is there. But we have to apply scriptures according to instruction of Guru, who will consider what is to be done for whom in what circumstance. Then Dhyan mantra, meditation mantra. Antar Jyotir Anantaratna Rachite Singhasane Sanstitam Bangshi Nada Vimohita Brajavadu Vrindavane Sundaram Dhyayet Radhikaya Sakaustubamani Pradyoti Tora Stalam Rajadratna Kirita Kundaladharam Pratyagra Pitambaram. Here the translation is not given, but it is similar to that Divyat Brindaran, that here Antar Jyotir Anantaratna Rachite Singhasana Sanstitam, they are situated on the like unlimited jewels, Singhasan, throne, and the gopis, that is Vrajavadu, Vrindavana Sundaram, they are enchanted by Krishna's Vangshinada Vimohita. They are enchanted by that. So you have to meditate together with Radhika, one who wears Kaustuba Mani and this yellow cloth, Kirita Kundala, Rajadratna Kirita Kundala, these are earrings. Some means this Radha Govindas, the Jogapit in Vrindavan, that you have to meditate. This is the meaning. I don't understand all words, but that point is like we are saying Divyad Brindaranya Kalpa Drumada Shrimat Ratnagara Singhasanasto Shri Radha Shila Govinda Devo Preshta Livi Sebhyamano Swarami. They are not alone. There are so many gopis, Sakis, Manjaris, they are serving them, Radha Krishna on the throne. Then, saying these words, meditate on him and offer Pushpanjali, and then offer your obeisance by praying. Naumi Navaghanashyamam Pitavasa Samachyutam Shrivatsa Bhasito Raskam Radhika Sahitam Harim. Here also there is no translation, but it means I am offering my obeisances to Navaghanashyamam, that new rain cloud, Shyam, and Pitavasa Samachyutam, that is yellow cloth, and Shrivatsa Bhasito, that mark of Shrivatsa on his chest, and Rasikam. Here is typing mistake. Rasikam, one who is tasting Ras. Radhika Sohitam, who is together with Radhika. Rasikam Radha Sohitam. Harim means Hari. So I'm offering my obeisances to Hari, who has yellow cloth and is like a color of a new rain cloud, and the Srivatsa is shining, and he's together with Radhika, tasting Ras. Afterwards, offer charity of Purna Patra to a devotee, Brahmana, along with Dakshina, and then give donations. At this time, it is stipulated to give Srimad Bhagavatam charity to a Vaishnava Brahmana. Give a set of compact bell metal containers to a Brahmana and serve prasadam of sweet rice mixed with ghee. And at the end, relinquish all the vows you had accepted specifically for this Vrata. But our Gurudev told that you should not finish Vrata after this month end. So what it means, Gurudev told, the purpose of Vrata is what? To serve Krishna, to satisfy Krishna. So that purpose, that should continue. Maybe form will be little different, but not much different for initiated devotees. We are during this Purushottam month, only we are adding some more kirtan, some more these ashtakams, harikatha, like this. But for those who are svanishtas, for them this Purushottam month is very much different than other times. So they are doing, and then at the end they will finish all these practices. Then all the rules and regulations regarding Sri Purushottam Vrata, which we have presented above from the Shastras, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing, should be followed by religiously devoted persons of all the Varnas, means castes, Shudras, Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, Brahmanas. So that is for Svanishtas. The Naradiya Puran concludes by saying that in the holy place of Naimisharanya, Sri Suta Goswami spoke to the assembled devotees as follows. Bharate Janu Rasadya Purushottam Uttamam Na Sevante Na Shrinvanti Griha Sakta Naradama Gata Gatam Bhajante Tradur Bhaga Janma Janmani Putra Mitra Kalatrapta Vyogat Dukha Bhagina Asmin Mase Dvija Shreshta Nasa Chastrani Udaharet Naswapet Parasayayam Sajjayam Nalapet Vitatam Kachit Parapavada Na Bhruya Na Katanchit Kadachana Parananchana Bunjita Na Kurvita Parakriyam. So here again, how this we will able to be followed, because it is written, even after taking birth in India, that is Bharatavarsha, those who are lowest of mankind remain attached to household life and never hear the glories of Sri Purushottam Vrata, nor do they observe it. Such unfortunate persons undergo the suffering of repeated birth and death and the distress inflicted by the separation from sons, friends, wife, and other relatives. Because this is inevitable in this worldly existence. Either you will die before, or he will die, or she will die. Everything is temporary. So one who does not realize his eternal self and is not liberated from this material existence, then this will happen. Suffering all the time, and also the gross suffering means these diseases and someone will beat you, some gross. But mental suffering is the separation, grief from those who are related to you. That is mental suffering. Or someone criticize you with piercing words, that is also suffering. So this kind of suffering you will get. O best of the Dvijas, means Brahmanas, in this Purushottam month, one should not uselessly discuss worldly literature or mundane poetry. One should not sleep on the bed of others, nor indulge in discussions of worldly sense enjoyment. One should not criticize others, eat foodstuffs cooked by others, or perform activities prescribed for others. So how, if you will, before it was written, if you will go to place of pilgrimage, then how you will not sleep on the bed of other? It is not your own bed there. Means you should not take others' bed. And discussion, worldly sense, enjoyment, these things. Not criticize others. Eat foodstuffs cooked by others, again, by non-followers. Or perform activities prescribed for others. That should not do. Here, our Srila Bharati Maharaj explained. In this scripture, Naradiya Puran, all the aforementioned rules and regulations regarding Purushottam Vrata are worshipable and observable for those who are absorbed in all religious activities, in other words, those who are followers of Varna Ashram. Then, what are the obligatory activities in the Purushottam month? Vita Shatyam Akurvano Danam Dadyat Dvijataye. Vidyamane Dhane Shatyam Kurvano Rauravam Brajet. Dine Dine Dvijendraya Datva Bhojanam Uttamam. Diva Sasyashtame Bhage Vrati Bhojanam Acharet. Indradyumnah Shatadyumno Yauvanasho Bhagirataha Purushottamam Aradhya Yayur Bhagavadantikam. Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Samsevyah Purushottamah. Sarva Sadhanata Shrestah Sarvartha Phaladayakah. Govardhana Dharang Bande Gopalam Goparupinam Gokulotsavam Ishanam Govindam Gopika Priyam. Kaundinyena Pura Proktam Imam Mantram Punah Punah. Japan Masam Nayet Bhaktya Purushottamam Apnuyat. Dhyayen Navagana Shyamam Dvibhuja Muralidharam Lasat Pitapatam Ramyam Saradam Purushottamam. Dhyayam Nayan Masam Pujayan Purushottamam Evam Yah Kurute Bhaktya Svabishtam Sarvam Apnuyat. Sutta Goswami told. So what is the meaning? Giving up miserliness. One should give in charity to the Brahmanas. If a person remains miserly, even though he has wealth, his miserliness will be the cause of his going to Raurava, one type of hell. Every day one should feed the Vaishnavas and Brahmanas with the best foodstuffs. 1 second. A person who is following the vows should take his food in the 8th part of the day, that I told, like during sunset. But that is for Svanishtas, and also there are different levels of fastings also. Indradyumna, Shatadyumna, Yauvanashva and Bhagirata attained Samipya, that is close association of Bhagavan, by worshipping the Purushottam month. One should perform service to Purushottam with all of one's endeavors. Such service to Purushottam is superior to all types of sadhana and fulfills all varieties of desires. In a previous age, Kaundilya Muni repeatedly chanted the mantra that Govardhana Dharang Bande. By chanting this mantra with devotion during Sri Purushottam month, one will attain Sri Purushottam himself. One should devote Purushottam month to constantly meditating upon Navaghana Dvibhuja Muralidhara Pitambara Shri Krishna with Shri Radha, means new cloud and a color like new cloud, then two hands, because Krishna in Dwaraka and sometimes in Kurukshetra he has four hands, and in Vaikuntha also four hands, but here is Dvibhuja, that is Brindavan Krishna, and Muralidhara, that flute is only in Brindavan, not anywhere else. So Shri Krishna with Shri Radha. Radha is also only in Brindavan, nowhere else. Even Radha went to Kurukshetra and she met with Krishna, but she was not satisfied there. She said, you have to come to Brindavan. Then they were pulling that chariot of Krishna, that is Ratha Yatra. Radharani and Gopis, they only in Brindavan there. Those who do this with devotion will have all their cherished desires fulfilled. Like for example, you have so many stories in that Ekadashi Mahatmya about following Ekadashi. There are some rules and regulations for, and some fruit like this you will get. So that is to attract general people to observe Vrata, like Ekadashi Vrata, Purushottam Vrata, all this. They should worship, and then in that month is this month is this, like this. But devotees who already accepted a path of pure devotion to Krishna, that is already every day they are doing this. But what we do from this Svanishta or this Valmiki, we accept this mantra as extra. Govardhana Dharang Bande, Gopalan Goparupinam, Gokulatsanishanam, Govinda Gopakarya. This we accept extra from this, and simple prasad according to rules for Kartik, and Bhagavatam, Harikatha, and the lamp, this also we accept as extra, because anyway devotees they are doing arati, but this is extra during, so this we accept. So now the last, this I can read tomorrow, or I can read today also, what I was telling all the time these days. There are three types of transcendentalists. Svanishta, those who are steadfast in their personal vows, means they will read Shastra and they will accept this Vrata, what they have to do during this month. Parinishtita, those who are steadfast in following the vows set forth by their respective acharyas, means they have accepted Sadguru And Sadguru already initiated them into the worship of Krishna, and they are doing daily. And for this Purushottam month, some extra practices they will get from Guru. So that is Parinishtita. And then Nirapeksha, those who are indifferent to the above two types of steadfastness. They're not following this Purushottam Vrata because they are having faith in Shastra and those fruits, what you will get if you follow this Vrata, or because their Guru is giving them order based on Shastra, Vaidhi Bhakti, what you have to do, what you should not do. Not because of this. They are not following. It will be written. All the activities mentioned above for Purushottam month are prescribed for Svanishta transcendentalists. What we heard till now. Parinishtita Bhaktas are eligible to observe Purushottam Vrata according to the rules and instructions of Kartik Vrata prescribed by their respective acharyas. What Gurudev will say how to worship during this Purushottam month, that you should accept. Nirapeksha Bhaktas respect this sacred month by daily honoring Sri Bhagavat Prasad with one pointed attention, because already they are having pure devotion to Krishna. They are not sadhakas that you have to, they are already in Raganuga sadhana. They are having attachment to Krishna, as now it will come, just I'm explaining. So they are also taking prasad, but they are not taking prasad like ordinary sadhakas. They know this is Krishna's mercy and they are accepting Krishna's mercy. Once I observed, when I first time met Gurudev in those days in Navadip, when we went parikrama, then our Gurudev was sitting, because we were only few Westerners, so they put us together with sannyasis. So I saw my Gurudev in front of me. And that time I saw this, how he was taking prasad. I never saw anything like that before. That was not eating, like we see in conditioned souls or others, because we want to enjoy or we are hungry, we want to eat like that. That was different. I cannot explain how I saw, but that was different. Really, I saw his honoring prasad. Means seeing this is Krishna's mercy and he's honoring, serving prasad. So they are honoring Sri Bhagavat Prasad with one pointed attention, following some routine for Shravan and Kirtan of Sri Harinam according to their capacity. So then, this is very important, the following statement from Vishnu Rahasya, which is the topmost instruction of Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas, recommends. Indriyarteshu asaktanam sadaiva vimala mati paritoshayate vishnum nopavaso jitatmanaha. Means, those whose intelligence has been purified by bhakti are detached from the inclination for sense enjoyment. By serving Krishna, they got higher taste. So they have no desire for any sense enjoyment. Naturally. The intelligence of such persons is naturally pure. Therefore, they are jitatma. They have conquered their minds. It is by their innate bhakti, rather than by upavas, means fasting, and other such activities, like fasting, charity, visiting holy places, so many these things, japa, of different mantras, all these things that will purify your mind also. But here they did it by devotional practice, sadhana bhakti, under the guidance of bona fide Guru, Vaidhi Bhakti, they conquered their mind, and they have higher taste, and they have no desire for any sense enjoyment. Only they are taking Krishna's prasad, Krishna's cloth, and whatever is necessary in relation to Krishna, that they are accepting. Jukta Vairagya. So rather than by upavas, not by other such activities, that they have purified their minds and are thus able to please Shri Krishna at all times. When they came in contact with bona fide Guru, then Guru gave sadhana bhakti, Vaidhi bhakti, then they were practicing, then they got. So they realized their eternal relation with Krishna. So their mind is pure, intelligence is pure, and they are engaged in constantly serving Krishna. They can do, those who have conquered their minds. Like, at least you have to come to the Nishta level. Anarthas are almost fully destroyed. Means now they will not obstruct your continuous engagement in the service of Krishna. You are able to be continuously engaged in the service of Krishna, Kirtanya Sadahori. You have no desire for name and fame. You can give due respect to others. You have tolerance power. You are humble because you are in your real self. So you can do constantly service. Not that on Nishta level you are already fully liberated, but anarthas are subdued to such an extent that they are not obstructing your continuous engagement in the service of Krishna. Yes, here our Bharati Maharaj explained, in all circumstances, they will please Shri Krishna by their spontaneous devotion. Fasting and other activities cannot become the cause of cleansing their heart. The nishta of these ekantika bhaktas, means one-pointed devotees, is Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran. And hence fasting and other general rules are not obligatory for them. Because already they are taking prasad, that is real diet. And they are doing the Shravan Kirtan. So they are not following those general, in Shastra mentioned those things. Therefore, Srila Sanatana Goswami has concluded his book, Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas, by presenting the following statements for one-pointed devotees. This we are hearing during Kartik time. Evam ekantinam prayah kirtanam smaranam prabho kurvatam param pritya krityam anya narochate bhavena kenachit preshta shrimurter angri sevane syat ichyesh sham svatantrena svarasanaiva tadvidihi vihiteshu eva nityeshu pravartante swayam hite ityadi ekantinam bhati mahatmam likitam hitat. This is verse by Sanatana Goswami Hari Bhakti Vilas. Our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur translated it into Bengali. We are hearing during Kartik Vrata, Ekanta Bhakter Matra Kirtan Smaran, Anya Parve Ruchi Nahi Hoy Pravartan, Bhaver Sohit Hoy Shri Krishna Sevan, Sarasiki Bhave Hoy Unati that. Then Sarvatyak Korileo, Chara Sukotin, Pratishta Shatyage Jatna Paive Pravin. And yes, before that also it is Kriya Mudra, something Ragodito. Their activities are Ragodito. Tatapi says of Nahi Vidi Viporito. What they are doing, that is not against Vidi, means against devotion. That I can explain some other time. So here the translation is Ekantika Bhaktas, one-pointed devotees of Shri Krishna, consider Shri Krishna Smaran and Shri Krishna Kirtan alone to be the most fulfilling and valued activities. Generally, they do not engage in any other angas of bhakti besides these two, which they cultivate with great love and affection. Kirtan Smaran. There, that is rag mark. In 8th verse of Upadeshamrita you will find this. But you need pure heart. Otherwise you cannot constantly do, and Smaran also will not be proper without pure heart. So their eagerness for these angas is so strong that no other activity can captivate their taste. They develop an intense desire to serve the lotus feet of Sri Krishna in a specific mood, according to your delightful relation, Svarasiki. That is, your servant in Vrindavan, or friend, or mother, father, or beloved, Gopi. Specific mood. Therefore, they render service to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna with moods which are favorable to their own rasa, along with some independence. Means to give up the injunctions which are unfavorable to their cultivation. Like those who are for Vatsalya Bhav, they will not hear this Madhurja Lila, Ras Lila at night time. That is not favorable for their ras. This alone is their vidhi, means this is their rule, to follow their natural bhav, natural that taste, they will follow. Of course, in Lila, they have guide who engages them in the service of Krishna, but this is not Vaidhi Bhakti. In Vaidhi Bhakti, Guru has to explain to you, you should serve Krishna, you should not do this, otherwise you will suffer, and this is sin, this is so many rules and regulations. But here already he is in spontaneous devotion, he wants to serve Krishna, he has taste, and in Leela only he has some, those who are engaging him in those. So according to their rasa, they will follow that bhav, not general. That will be unfavorable for their cultivation. Like Jashoda, she wants that Krishna should go to sleep now, otherwise his health will be bad. But gopis, they want Krishna should come to forest now for Ras Lila. So if you are in Gopi Bhav, then you cannot follow Nanda Jashoda, because they are also pure devotees and the gopis pure devotees, but rasa is different. So according to rasa, you will have to serve. The Ekantika Bhaktas are not bound to follow all the rules and regulations which have been prescribed by the rishis or Guru on Vaidhi platform. No. That is not for them. They are on higher stage of devotion. They are following that bhav. The moods of the Ekantika Bhaktas inborn natural disposition generally remains prominent. So they are serving according to that bhav. This is their glory. So here our Bharati Maharaj is saying that Smaran is not possible without Kirtan. Kirtana Prabhave Smarana Hoibe Sei Kale Nirjan Bhajan Sambhav. This is Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur telling. By Kirtan you should purify your heart. Then when your heart is pure, then Smaran will be natural. You will get that realization, and then continuously you will do Kirtan and Smaran. But artificially you cannot do. So if the Ekantika Bhaktas, means pure devotees, are told to do anything else besides their natural disposition, natural liking of being absorbed in Sri Krishna's Kirtan and Smaran, they are not inclined to do it. They are doing this. Like Prabhupada, he was constantly chanting 3 lakhs Harinam daily. for a long time, not 1-2 days, no, continuously, many years. And inside in his spiritual body, serving Radharani, whole day and night doing. But then, so you cannot engage him in any other thing. But then he was ordered to preach by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he started other devotional forums also, and mat establishment, all these books, all for the sake of others, to be example, because we are not on that stage. So we have to start somewhere and we have to do something. So he also did this to be example, but it was not necessary for him. And like Banshidas Babaji, he was always kirtan, smaran, and not carrying anything, because he was not in preaching. Only if someone came, he would tell something, but generally they could not understand, because it was so deep. Prabhupada saw he's a pure devotee, but he did not allow his disciples to go very near to him, because they will not be able to understand his way of bhajan. They will try to judge why he's doing this, why he's not doing, because we are now in Vaidhi platform. For us it is different. He's beyond that. But Prabhupada was doing all Vaidhi and everything was doing. Why? Because he was ordered for preaching. So he has to do by example. Now the last paragraph in this article. The Bhaktas observe Sri Purushottam month according to their respective adhikar, qualification. It means Svanishta, Parinishtita and Nirapeksha. This means according to distinction of moods of Svanishta, Parinishtita and Kantika Bhaktas. Bhagavan Brajanath, Sri Krishna, is the sovereign of this month. Therefore, Adimas is very dear to every bhakta. This is because, incidentally, in this month, no disturbance from the karma kant can come to obstruct the performance of one's bhakti. Because those who are karma kandis, they don't do anything in this month. They are silent, so there is no disturbance. Devotees, they can peacefully worship Krishna. Of course, for those who are initiated devotees, Parinishtita, they are all the time doing this service. In Purushottam month, some extra. And if they are in Raga Mark, then also they are observing very nicely this, but we cannot understand how they are serving. As long as we are on Vaidhi platform, what they are inside, what they are doing, that we cannot understand now. Externally we may see his chanting or doing some forums that we can little observe, but what they are doing inside in their Siddha Swarup, in Lila, they know, and Krishna knows, Radharani knows. So that gradually we can come to that platform. Gurudev will give when we will be eligible. So this is Purushottam month article by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So in our month, whole month, this is described, but with so many evidences and some other lectures like this. So, but the main point is we should not give up our bhajan in this month, but we should increase our bhajan. Then, as our Vrata, according to our respective acharyas, we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Brahmastava. Yesterday we heard how Brahma ultimately surrendered to Krishna, and he could now see that really Krishna is Supreme Lord. All Vasudeva Murtis, they are coming from him. And then Krishna again showed him that sweet form and Vrindavan and his associates, everything, Brahma was very charmed, and he told, oh, you are original object of worship, and you are so beautiful with this food in your hand and everything. That verse we heard yesterday. So Krishna's form is supreme. Now second verse. Asyapi deva vapushamat anugrahasya svecha mayasya natu bhuta mayasya kopi neshe mahi tvavasitum manasantarena shakshat taveva kim utatma sukhanu bhutehe. My dear Lord, neither I nor anyone else can estimate the potency of this transcendental body of yours, which has shown such mercy to me and which appears just to fulfill the desires of your pure devotees. Although my mind is completely withdrawn from material affairs, I cannot understand your personal form. How then could I possibly understand the happiness you experience within yourself? Now Brahma is speaking from his realization. This we have to get the teaching. So tomorrow we will again hear this verse and also commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So now we will read this Brahmastava. That article we already completed. Now we will read Brahmastava. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Jagannatha Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Jagannatha Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Gopinatha Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Gopinatha Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Nityananda Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Nityananda Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Shri Gauranga Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Shri Gauranga Hari Hari Ram Krishna Vasudeva Jagannatha Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaurahari ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Radha Nayananath Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Patit Pavan Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Parang Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Gurubari ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashanakari Shri Nrsimhadev ki Jai. Jai Shri Pralat Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Purushottam Mas ki Jai. Jai Shri Purushottam Vrata ki Jai. Jai Vrata Palankari Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Samagata Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.